Hey y'all, SpiffyNeedleGeeks, BJ and Danny back again for some more thumbnail making goodness.
We can never have enough.
Yes, so what thumbnail shall I make tonight? I think I'm actually going to go ahead and make the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite thumbnail because as I post the new thumbnails on it, I noticed I noticed some that are kind of just, not where they should be, and it's starting to bother me. It's kind of why I was working backwards. So
Oh, okay.
I shall make the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite thumbnail. And that one's going to be a
Oh.
pain in the ass because I already know what I want to do for that one. It's going to kill me. Because I want to draw Ultron, Sigma, and then the four of us dressed as the various heroes.
Okay.
I don't know who I want to... Oh, I'm obviously going to be Rocket, because I guess I'm just a fucking furry now, but... Need to find a good image for Ultron Sigma. That's a good one right there. So I don't need his legs.
Okay. As soon as my computer decides to load up, I can retweet. There we go.
Okay. Dark Meta Knight, welcome. Crystal Star Girl, welcome.
Alrighty. You should be retweeted.
Awesome. Alright. So let's get down to this business. So how's everyone doing today? That is right, 2 streams in a row. Mostly because I actually I made some changes that as you may immediately notice in the chat, but at the same time I found a fun little thing called I actually totally forgot what it was called. Stream something. It's a thing that allows notifications to show up whenever someone subscribes or donates or any of the fun things like that.
Wasn't it called like Streamlabs or something?
Streamlabs, that's it, thank you. What you stressed about, bro? What's the matter?
New doggies!
Hey.
They always love new.
Ultron Sigma. A cool design for what ended up being kind of a lackluster game. You know what, guys? Real quickly, I'm gonna make one quick little adjustment to the stream because with how I have it set up right now, I can't really see the chat. So hold on, just 1 second.
Okay.
Quick live stream fixing, because that's professional, right? There we go. Now I can see the chat better. Okay. Things are going okay, dude. Also, my sister's kids weren't listening about not yelling, and people on the downstairs floor heard them yelling. We were told that if they're loud again, we will need to move because of kids being loud.
Like noise complaints.
Okay, but for kids? Seems a little harsh, doesn't it?
I don't know. I guess it depends on where you are. Like some places are going to be a little bit more lax than others.
Ay. Seems like these days people don't care about whether or not kids are homeless or with their parents.
Nope, at this rate, it's every man for themselves.
I actually did see one really sad documentary. When I was talking, like it was a news article that I saw earlier where this woman, this Latina woman, who's lived here in America for the past 23 years, was recently deported, because of because of Trump's no tolerance bullshit. And like the thing is that the government's the state's known for a while that she's done illegal, but this isn't even a case where she could become legal. I think from what I read up, she did something stupid when she was a teenager, and that she regrets to this day. That actually, I think it did. Like she wrote her name somewhere. I forget the exact details, but it pretty much led to her being able to not become a citizen. But because she was married to an American citizen, who was also a veteran, they made it so that she can stay in America so long as she checks in like semi-annually, which she was doing. But because of the no tolerance policy, she was pretty much forced to be deported and separated from her family, and she has 2 daughters. So this woman's these
what
two.
what I don't get is what can you do that would prevent you from getting like citizenship? I mean, it's like I would figure it would have to be something like you'd have to commit like a serious fucking crime in order for that to happen.
I'll need to afterwards. I can look at the article and I can read it to you because it said something about her not being able to accept it, but not being able to get it. But it wasn't a crime or anything. It was just something that she did when she was a teenager. Because that's when she came to America, when she was a teenager, and she's been here for 23 years or 20-something years. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure.
Because that's what I don't get. So that's why I'm just like, wait a minute, something's not adding up here.
Oh well. Let's see. Jordan Carroll, welcome. Let me do this actually. There we go. Minty Flair, welcome. I don't even know how the hell I'm going to properly be able to do Ultron Sigma.
It's like you bitch and moan about not being able to draw armor well and don't like doing it. So what do? You decide to draw a character that is armor.
It's literally, his body is just armor. He's a robot.
It's like you kind of brought this one on yourself.
No, I'm an artist, Danny. I just choosing this profession just guarantees pain and suffering on my life.
Hi there, King Ryalu.
So I guess since we're drawing the Marvel versus Capcom Infinite thumbnail, how many people here played that game? And if you did, who did you main? Oh yeah, that's
Holy,
right.
holy shit, Highlander!
Yeah, Highlander.
Yeah, man, haven't heard from you in a while, buddy.
And also, that's right. Yeah, Crystal Stargirl brought up. Yeah, Infinity Wars is going to be coming out pretty soon on DVD and Blu-ray.
Okay.
And the memes are already those memes are already starting to accentuate themselves. So I think
like,
I think
those
we've hit
memes will never die.
I think we've hit that point where okay, movie's been out long enough. Let's start making the spoiler memes.
It's like the only way those memes are gonna die is when the next one comes out, because then everyone's gonna forget about the old memes and focus on the new memes.
True, very true. You're not wrong. You used X and Cap. Oh no, I suck at fighting games too, Dark Meta Knight. As you can see in our Let's Play of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, that I decided to do on a whim. I too suck at those.
You still do better than me.
Debatable.
Nah, not really. I mean, that's like, you know, whenever we played like those kind of games together, like even like with Smash and everything, I'm like, I never win against you guys. So it's like, if anything, I am the worst one in the bunch when it comes to fighting games.
All right, you know, I'm gonna fucking cheat. Hold on. I want to make Ultron Sigma symmetrical, so I'm just gonna fucking cheat and just draw one.
Draw one half, copy and paste.
Exactly. Don't mind me, just being an artist.
Because, yeah, I am an artist!
Hey, artists do this shit all the time. Sorry. Work smarter, not harder, as my animation professor would tell me.
Yet nobody does.
Hell, this was the same guy that straight up told me, okay, only get A's in your art classes. The other classes, just get at least a D in them. Just pass them. That's all you need to do. Like, he didn't even tell me, no, do your best. You do all the hard work. No, just pass them. They don't matter. Ultimately, he was right. I mean, I still did good. I still did okay in them for the most part, but it's like, still, he was right. It didn't matter. Oh, is Smash Ultimate being streamed Evo right now? Cool, I'll watch it afterwards.
Jordan asks, have you guys played Skullgirls?
I have not. I know a lot about it.
I know Brandon has.
Yeah, Russell's normally the one that plays those that actively plays fighting games.
Yeah, so if there's any like fighting game, you know, questions and everything, he's the guy to talk to.
Of course, he's not here right now.
Nope, because he's being a butt.
He's streaming his own stuff, even though I told him earlier that I wanted to stream tonight, and he was just like, nah. It's like, okay, cool, you do that.
It's okay. It's like, we are here streaming and I be splatting.
I do need to try to attempt to get music in this shit. Have music playing in the background, but this is YouTube. I don't know what to play that won't get copyrighted.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky.
I need to try to like find like a playlist that I know for a fact is full of, like, I'll have to build that at some point. I just don't know where to begin with that.
Alright, let's see. Kaito, Danny, why is it I know 6 fucking people on the site, including me, named Jordan? Am I a Jordan magnet? I don't know, I get it. Jordan must be a popular name.
Could very well be. I know I'm subscribed to one Jordan. He goes by Jamonius. He's not that active though. I'll watch his stuff on occasion.
Dark Midnight, have you guys played or at least heard of Them's Fighting Herd?
Nope.
Yep, can't say I can't say I've heard of that.
Never heard of that one. What's it about?
Man, people must be really banking on Heihachi showing up in Smash.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, because JP was saying, people are expecting, they're expecting a big announcement and everything at Evo.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of people are as well. It's like, I'm kind of hoping for one, just to get some news.
I would expect that would be the case. I mean, especially, it has been some time since E3. So that's where it's like, at this point, why not?
Indeed.
Or it's like, if you're not going to introduce a new fighter, at the very least, give us some hint on Echo Fighters.
Right. And then Heihachi's an Echo Fighter for Ryu. It doesn't count. They have two drastically different fighting styles.
Who the fuck is trying to kill me? It's like we're literally like circling around the goddamn pillar trying to shoot.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm gonna take this, copy, paste in place, transform, horizontal, and scoot it over there.
There we go. Yeah, Kaito. Yeah, I did hear about that. What Activision's doing with the Spyro trilogy. I actually heard that from Jim Sterling, and it is fucking bullshit.
Oh, what? That the entire game isn't even going to be on the... You have to download the rest of the game?
Yeah, they're only putting... Like, if you choose to buy a physical copy, then, yeah, they're only putting one of the 3 games on the disc. You have to actually download the other 2, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a physical copy.
Well, I mean, is it a free download?
Does it fucking matter?
I mean... I don't see what the problem is if it's a free download.
It's like, honestly, I think it's bullshit. Because it's like, especially when you download games, they do take up space, and they take up a lot of space, actually. I mean, need I remind you, BJ, that the Heavy Rain that we put on my PlayStation 4 nearly ate up all the space I had on my PlayStation 4, and I barely have anything downloaded on it.
You're not wrong.
So that's where it's like, if you're not going to, if you want to have a download and everything, it's like, and that seems to be where companies want everything to go, the least you can do is actually like have the consoles have way more space than they offer to actually count for having all these digital downloads. It's like, if you're not going to do that, then people are going to keep buying physical copies. And if you're going to dick people over for physical copies, people can get pissed.
That's a fair point.
That's more or less, what kind of irks me about it is like, it's not the fact, like, I don't mind digital downloads and everything, but it's like you're advertising a trilogy, but you're not even giving everybody the whole goddamn trilogy in one go. I mean, that's like, you didn't do that with Crash, so why the fuck are we doing it with Spyro?
Is Spyro bigger?
I don't think so. Only, it's like, I think Jim Sterling actually even brought up a good point. And it's like, the only thing that could possibly justify it, if anything, it's possible that they may have fucking rushed it. So it's like, okay, we got, because, they took their time with the Crash trilogy and everything. But then it's like, you know, it hasn't really been all that long since they announced the Spyro trilogy. So Jim is afraid anyway that, you know, we've perfected one game, put the other two for download, and we'll patch and correct them later. And it's like, you know, considering some of the stupid things that companies have done, I can't blame him for having that fear. I don't know if that's really what Activision's going for, but can't really blame him for having that fear.
See, I wish Brian was still here. I'm sure since he loves Spyro, I'm sure he'd have something witty to say about it, or at least something.
Yeah, like, but alas, he's at work.
Hey.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Brian!
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right.
Doing good. Me be chatting, BJ be drawing, and I be splatting.
Nice. How's everybody in the chat doing?
Doing pretty good.
We're awesome. We love you, Ryan.
oh, stop it! Stop! You're making me red.
Yeah, but it's like I actually did make some changes to the stream as well, Ryan. That I figured I'd tell you about.
Oh, really?
So I actually found the thing that allows for stream notifications.
Yeah, so now, Streamlabs.
Yeah, that. So now pop-ups will appear on the stream whenever someone new subscribes or whenever we get a donation.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. It's like the only thing about the donations is that because we are a group channel, I don't know exactly. I didn't really know where to put the thing on, so I went ahead and put it on my PayPal. So I guess whenever there's times where one of you guys are streaming and not me streaming, and if you ever get donations during that time, just let me know how much you got, and then I'll just send it to you.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't know how else to do it.
Right. No, I get ya.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Any movies you guys watched lately? The last movies I saw were, Incredibles 2 and Ant-Man.
Oh, how was Ant-Man? I didn't get around to seeing that one yet.
It was good. I liked it.
Would you say just as good as the first one?
I couldn't tell you. I never saw the first one.
God damn it. Well, it's like, then again, I'm like the only one out of my family that actually really liked the original Ant-Man. You know, I thought it was a lot of fun. Like, you know, it's like, was it as thought-provoking and action-packed as, say, Captain America? No, but it's fun as fuck. And at the end of the day, that's what matters.
I mean, Ant-Man and the Wasp was a lot of fun too. So.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, the ending kind of fucked me up though.
Does it go back to what you call it? Does it go back to Infinity War?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, I figured it would have to, considering Ant-Man was completely absent in the Avengers movie. That's where it's like, okay, they're gonna tie it in somehow in his movie. Like they are going to have to.
I mean, it's like, I won't spoil what happens per se. I mean, if you've seen Infinity Wars, you probably already have a good idea of what happens. But I will say this, and I will only say this, because of what does happen at the end. It makes me hard. It makes me hard. It makes me hard. No.
It's like,
there's a different word I'm looking for. It's hard for me to think that Ant-Man will even show up in the next Infinity movie because of what happens. But what happens to half of 50% of the galaxy does not happen to him.
Okay.
But because of what does happen, it still makes me wonder if he's even going to appear in the next movie. And this something very specific happens.
Ah, gotcha.
So I will say that, but I won't say anything else.
Okay. Alright, I think I'm gonna give Splats a break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like I've been playing Splatoon for past 4 hours. It's like,
geez.
I need a break.
Yeah, it's like, I've been trying.
I'm almost level 25.
Oh wow.
I'm still low level trash.
It's like, what's the highest level you could get in Splatoon 2?
I have no idea, but I know you can go 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like I think it is Overwatch, where once you hit level 100, like the number goes back down to 0, but you get a little star that indicates, okay, you went over 100. Because I've seen people where it's like, oh, they're level 4, and I'm like, you're way too good to be level 4, and then I see the star, and it's like, oh, you're 104. That makes sense.
Oh, JP Lauren, you're heading out? Oh, okay. Well, hope you have fun in the stream.
Mm-hmm. And then Jordan asks, what are your thoughts on Might and Ray in Sonic Mania?
Mighty and Ray?
Yeah. I still gotta get that. I still gotta get that update.
Yeah, you know what? Me too. Because it's like, unfortunately, I don't think I've touched my PlayStation 4 in a little while. Because I've been so caught up with, like, you know, trying to stay up to date with another game that I want to do for the channel after my next playthrough. But yeah, it's like, amongst other things, yeah, I still need to get the free update to get Mighty and Ray in Sonic Mania.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things though.
Yeah, people are loving Mighty and Ray, and I don't blame them, because Mighty and Ray is like, in general, they're pretty cool characters. And seeing them like giving so much attention in Sonic Mania, that's awesome.
Right. Oh, and considering that this is Sonic Mania we're talking about, and I know at least the original Sonic Mania, which is what I got, is really good, then it's like, okay, I think people are talking genuinely good and not because memes.
Oh, right.
Because, people, they'll like anything just for fucking memes.
Yeah. What was it? God, I just hope that with, like, this big update for that change your original Sonic Mania download to Sonic Mania Plus or whatever, I hope and pray that also includes, like, a bunch of bug fixes with Sonic Mania. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's like with all of these bugs and glitches that were going on, like when I first initially played the game, and even after they updated the game 2, maybe 3 times already, I don't know. It got so crazy that it's like I just had to put the game down. Sadly enough, I have yet to beat it because of how buggy the game was.
Damn.
Was it buggy? I didn't hear anything about it being buggy.
Yeah, there were quite a few of common glitches that went around with Sonic Mania. More so depending on what version you had. In the place, I know it's like 2 most notable glitches with like the PS4 version was the one I had. If you were to wait, would this be considered spoilers at this point? I started to question myself.
It's like, I don't care.
Damn minute. You know what? I'm making this way harder on myself than I like. Again, back to me making things way harder on myself than it needs to be.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to reference. I could just be doing this.
Oh, and hello, Sergio, Foolish Tunes. How you doing? Welcome. Always great to see you here, man.
So I see Ashley Calloway asks, Pearl or Marina? Pearl. Like, no question, Pearl. She took down the Statue of Liberty cannon with her voice. I mean, that's it? You're not beating that.
Huh.
And it's like, if you want to know what I'm talking about, get the fucking Octo expansion.
Oh my god. Alright, well anyway, it's like I think it's like the last boss, like in Chemical Plant Zone, and it's like a reference to like A-Man's Bean Mean Machine.
Mean Bean?
Yeah, Mean Bean, yes. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like it was so weird because it's like at one point, if you're unlucky enough, it's like when you beat Dr. Eggman, you know, in a game of Mean Bean Machine, then it's like usually like the platform that you were standing on while you were playing that boss, you know, it would send you back up to the surface. But no, it's like the platform, like once you beat him and you see that victory animation or whatever, the platform disappears. You, like, in an instant, Sonic falls straight to the very bottom of the screen, and you die.
Huh.
Yeah, that was one of the more notable. Yeah, that was like one of the more notable glitches when it came to the PS4 version. But another big one was the fight with Dr. Eggman in man, what was it? Oil Ocean. And you're fighting that huge pig octopus boss or whatnot. I mean, it's like for me, it's like it was already just a bit tricky as it was, compared to the original boss you would fight in Oil Ocean and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. But once again, the platforms are also a big issue. You could get crushed by the platforms. Like, either you could get crushed by the platforms, or for some reason gravity will not be a thing, and the platforms will just send you straight down to the bottom of the screen again, thus, killing you instantly. And yeah, honestly, yeah, it was at Oil Ocean. It's like, at that point, I'm like, okay, no, I would love to beat this because it's such an amazing game, but I can't. I'm tired of this.
Okay.
I need a long ass break from that game.
King Riley asks, do you think that Ultron Sigma could make everyone in the Marvel and Capcom universe not feel so good?
I mean, if you got all 6 Infinity Stones, probably. That was his goal. That's what he was trying to do, but he sucked at it. Also, wait, hold on. Scratch that. No, he can't, because he doesn't have a soul. That was like the whole point of the Soul Stone. Like, that's what ended up being his undoing, because Dante gave him the Soul Stone, but he couldn't use it because he didn't have a soul. Since he's a robot.
Right.
So no, actually, he can't.
Let's see. Jordan asks, have you guys heard of WarioWare Gold?
Of course I have. Nintendo's been spewing that one out for a while now.
yeah, really. It's like, I think just earlier today they were pulling off like a Wario takeover with their Twitter account.
Yeah, I think last night, we had people asking us, what were our thoughts on the new WarioWare.
That is also true. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was where we were saying, like, for the most part, we don't really keep up with WarioWare.
No opinion.
Yeah, although I guess to be fair, it's like, I don't know if Jordan was like during last night's drawing stream. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think he was here actually.
Right.
Oh, okay. Actually, here's another question that I think we may have briefly talked about during the last stream. Dark Meta Knight 7S, do you think Ashley from WarioWare has a chance of being a Smash? Highly unlikely.
If she does, Waluigi fans will be pissed.
Really? I mean, yeah, that'd be great and all, but honestly, yeah, I'm perfectly content if Ashley is like an assist trophy. Wait, was she already confirmed to be an assist trophy in Smash Bros. Ultimate or no?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, okay. Because if she hasn't been confirmed for being an assist trophy, then it's like, okay, yeah, I think it's safe to assume if that moment does come, yeah, I think she will still be an assist trophy.
Okay, so Magic Crystal Star Girls asks, if we get another Marvel vs. Capcom game in the future, what new character would you like to see in the game, and or who would you like to see come back?
Deadpool.
I just want to see Rocket come back and then I'll be set.
It's like I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been hearing a bit of a talk going around that Disney and Fox, like, shareholders, they have been talking about making a deal. So I mean, if what they say is true and it does go down, then maybe Disney can finally bring the X-Men and Deadpool into the Marvel universe.
That's true. I know. Yeah, a lot of people were pissed that the X-Men got cut completely. So I was like, why not?
No, don't you remember? I established at the end of the Infinite Let's Play that they all died during the Insurgents. Remember when Captain America said to honor the dead? Well, the dead included the entire X-Men cast.
Man. Yeah. Truly sad indeed.
Kaito asks, BJ, Ryan, Danny, if Zero from Mega Man becomes playable, how would you feel if Zero had both his Mega Man X design and Mega Man Zero design, like Breath of the Wild Link and Tunic Link?
I don't have much of an opinion on that, actually. I mean, be neat if Zero is playable. I don't think he will be, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always kind of figured, if anything, that Zero would probably show up maybe as like an assist, or at the very least at this point maybe an Echo Fighter, but
not even an Echo Fighter. He fights way different from Mega Man.
Yeah.
He has a sword.
No whoopty shit.
Don't be dissing on Zero's sword.
Anyway, Ashley Calloway asked, what's your favorite Gen 1 Pokemon?
Gen 1?
Gen 1.
Ooh.
It's like, I know for me it's Squirtle. I'm still very partial to that adorable little turtle.
I would say Haunter.
Shit. Flareon. That's right, Flareon.
There we go.
Right? And then Jordan asks, what about fusion characters similar to Ultron Sigma?
Fusion characters? Like more characters like Ultron Sigma where two villains fuse?
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't really think of too many villains to be too partial to do that. I mean, Ultron Sigma was only willing to do it because, they're robots.
Have another fusion with like no, what am I trying to say? Have a different fusion with Venom and then one of the other villains.
Venom?
I don't know which one in particular, but I don't know.
I mean, that kind of was already a thing in Ultimate actually as well. Like, not really, actually, because there was a symbiote there. It was the symbiote monster, but it was still technically just a symbiote that was being fed like millions of human souls.
Right, yeah.
And then later on, Venom did end up becoming a DLC character, which I still never got. Though I technically have them because I did buy the season pass, so I technically own all the DLC. I just never bothered getting it or downloading it.
I getcha.
Because I haven't picked up that game in a while.
Unfortunately, I fall under the same situation with Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. I mean, it's like, yeah, technically I have the season pass for all the characters, but due to other things, it's been a little bit since I picked it up. I still need to get my bearings on how Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle like feels like in regards to controls or whatever. Seeing as how it's like, for the most part, it seems like another relatively fast-paced fighting game or whatever. And if I'm gonna try to main as Yang, then it's like, yeah, I need to get a shitload of practice in.
Right.
Oh, okay. Here we go. King Riolo asks, would any of you like to see Ashura in the next Marvel vs. Capcom game?
I think that was a big one that a lot of people wanted to see.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see that. That would be pretty darn cool. But keep in mind, we're dealing with a demigod here. Okay, you know what? I don't know.
It's like,
I'm sure we've seen, you know what, thinking about it now, I don't think that shouldn't really matter so much. We've already had, like very powerful beings already in the Marvel vs. Capcom universe, so it's like, yeah, thinking about it now, it's like, I don't think it should be that big of an issue, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're dealing with, like, a game that has, like, superheroes and, like, succubuses and vampires and, like, all kinds of, like, weird creatures. It's like, why not throw a demigod in there? Why not?
I mean, plus they already have Thor. Thor's Technically,
Oh, that's
demigod.
true.
That's why I stopped myself. Because I'm like, we kind of already had like God characters anyway, in a matter of speaking, or characters that are like close enough to gods. So it's like, yeah, I don't think the possibility of Ashura being in the next Marvel vs. Capcom game is like a bad idea, really.
Let's see.
That's why I was like, you know what? Yeah, scratch that. Screw that. I would love to see Ashura in the next game.
Anyway, Foolish Tunes asked, what is one of your guys' least favorite film of any kind?
Least favorite film of any kind? Like genre, or just like a movie title, like in general?
Like a specific film, or... Because I'd have to actually think on that one. I can't remember. Like, chances are if I hated it, I probably don't remember it.
Like, I know there was one animated film that crossed my mind. I mean, if we're talking about like what's one of our least favorite movies or whatever. Okay. Foolish Tunes like of any genre. Oh, okay.
Like least favorite movie genre?
Yeah, yeah.
Chick flicks. I can't. Yeah, it's like, you want a guaranteed way to make me fall asleep? Put on The Notebook. Like, my mom fucking adores that movie. She loves chick flicks, but I've yet to find a chick flick that I can actually say I thoroughly enjoyed. They all bore me to death.
I would sit down and watch Mean Girls.
Was Mean Girls really a chick flick?
No, it's a comedy.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Oh. I know. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
what?
No, he's saying no. Foolish Tunes meant to say like from any genre. So no, yeah, he meant like any movie.
Ooh.
What's your least movie? Regardless of their genre, you know, what was your least favorite film?
But my point still stands. Chick flicks suck. But it's like a specific movie.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to look
up
the title of this one animated movie that I remember seeing a long time ago.
That's why I got to think about that one.
Yeah, I just straight up don't remember.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought. Okay, all right, this is like a 2009 animated film called 9. Like it's like the title is literally the number 9.
Oh, I remember that movie coming out. I never saw it, but I remembered that one coming out.
Man, it's like I remembered like around. Okay, all right, because it's like, oh. I somehow got that movie. I think it's like a gift of some sort. And I remembered my sister and we watched the movie together to see what it was about, you know. And oh man, it was something else. And a very big letdown.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like, okay, long story short, it's like okay, imagine like a post-apocalyptic world. Like something happens. Okay, I base this off of memory, so I could have the plot wrong a little bit, so bear with me on this. But yeah, it's like something happens at one point, all the humans die, and the scientist, you know, he finds a way to like bring life to these little dolls, and these dolls come to life, you know. And there's this like corrupted, like this evil or like this inhabited evil going on off like in the city or something. But these dolls come together, they try to stop it or whatever. And it's like at the first part of the movie, they essentially already beat the guy. Like, okay, great, the day is saved, all right, everything is fine. But then the main protagonist, he does something. I don't remember what he did, but he did something that pretty much brings this villain back to life. And it's like, oh, really? oh, this is how you're gonna drag this movie on. You're gonna bring back this villain that these guys already defeated, just to drag this movie on. And then after that, it was just a bore fest. It's like, well, not so much a bore fest. It was more so a riff fest for my sister and I. But it's like yeah, like the plot itself is like it was lackluster at best, and it was just a bore, really.
Okay.
Wasn't all that impressive.
Now that I think about it, it's like I can't say if like it's one movie like I absolutely like, loathe with every fiber of my being, but I can say probably one of the most disappointing movies that I remember going to in theaters was Blair Witch Project. Because I remembered when that movie initially came out, everyone was saying, "Oh, it's the scariest horror film since The Exorcist," and I was like an early teenager, I think it was. And that was like around the time when I started watching a lot of these. And I had seen The Exorcist, wasn't scared by it, but still, great horror movie. I wasn't scared by it. My mom, though, don't even mention the movie to her because she's like terrified of this fucking movie. She was telling me that like, when she was living in New York when that movie came out, and when she and her friends went and saw The Exorcist, they ran to the nearest church and prayed afterwards. They were that scared. So Mom and I, we heard all this about it. The movie is like so scary, and it's like the scariest film since The Exorcist. And I'm like, I'm game, and my mom was like, well, I don't know. Why not? All right, I'll give it a try. I mean, my kid wants to see it, so all right, I'll brave it. So my mom and I go to see the Blair Witch Project late at night, and like, by the time the movie's over, we just look at each other and we were like, that sucked! I mean, we were like, what the fuck, people? It's like, have you forgotten what it means to be scared? Because that is... One, that's not scary, and like two, like because the camera was moving around. Now it didn't bother me, but my mom was actually motion sickness from watching Blair Witch Project because the whole thing about how the entire movie is in the point of view of like video camera and everything, and it's constantly moving and shaking and everything. Like my mom was like worried she was gonna get sick from watching this thing, but it's not even. But it's like yeah. So like that. So it was that. And then compounded with the fact that it wasn't even scary to boot or anything. So we're just like, you think this is up there with The Exorcist? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Oh, hello, Malik Perry. How's it going? Thanks for joining us on another Drawing Some Thumbnail stream.
Yes. And we're talking about movies that, we think suck.
It's like I was about to say, man, it's kind of a drag. I have not seen the Blair Witch Project, but then you bring all this up. I'm like, okay, cool.
Don't waste your time.
It really isn't that good.
Even if you're a horror movie fan, I can.
It's like, oh, but if it's that bad of a movie, I kind of want to watch it and pull off a riff fest. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's
pull off a theater mode.
Well, it's like I don't even know if that's. I don't know. It's like I don't even know if it's even worth riffing. It's just that boring.
Oh, is it? Oh.
I mean, that's the problem with it. I mean, that's like, I don't even know.
You can literally reenact the entire movie.
Like
any movie that you can reenact by yourself has a couple of issues.
I see.
Let's see. Jordan Carroll asks, have you ever heard of Mac and Me?
No, I can't say I have. Doesn't ring a bell, honestly.
Yeah, same here. Then, Dark Meta Knight... Dark Meta Knight asks, have you seen Food Fight?
Yes.
I've seen reviews of Food Fight. I haven't actually seen the movie itself.
I was literally about to say. wait. Yeah, I was about to say, it's like I've seen the reviews of it. I've actually went on my way to see snippets of the movie just out of curiosity. I have not seen the movie all the way through, and honestly, yeah, it's probably a good thing I haven't.
Yeah, it's like I'm in the same boat as BJ. I've seen reviews for it. I have no desire to see it afterwards. And this is coming from someone who gave Sausage Party a chance.
How was that? How was that movie?
Very bizarre. It's got its funny moments, but man, it's fucking bizarre. Of course, anybody who's ever seen that movie, all anybody remembers, honestly, is how the movie ends.
How does it end?
It ends with an orgy.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, I haven't. Oh, I'm sorry. You say the movie. You go ahead and explain.
Okay, so the basic gist of the whole movie was it's supposed to be playing on this whole idea of, like, people say it's pretty much like an allegory for like the dangers of organized religion, because all the food items in the store, they see the humans as gods, and when the humans come and pick them, they're basically being taken to like paradise and everything, not knowing that the humans are going to cut them and eat them, and because they're food. And so the whole movie basically is all about how this one hot dog, Frank, pretty much figures out this whole fucking conspiracy and is trying to warn everybody, but of course nobody wants to listen and everything. It's full of rude and crude humor. Like, BJ, this is not your kind of movie, considering how PC you are. You would fucking hate this movie. So it's like, for you, BJ, stay the fuck away from it. Everybody else, though, I'd say, if you're into that kind of humor, go on ahead and give it a shot. Just be mindful, there is a massive orgy at the end of this movie. Like, basically everybody's like, okay, we know the truth, so, you know what, fuck it, let's fuck. And it's just like nothing but like, yeah, it's this orgy, it's food, sex, humor, and everything. It's like, that's how they end the movie.
Right.
It's like, my God, man. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, how would you like to be the animator to put that on your resume? I animated the food orgy and Sausage Party.
Well, I mean, you know what, actually, you know what? It's not like they can't put it on their resume, considering the conspiracy and the bullshit that happened with that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so it's...
You know what? I think that was actually the big reason why I chose not to see that one, was because of that. Was because how the animators weren't even credited. So it's like...
Yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly. It's like...
But even if that wasn't the case, BJ, like, that is a movie I would hate. Because, again, it's all about, like, that rude and crude humor, and, basically, they go after anyone and everybody in it. So, I mean, it's just, like, if that kind of humor bothers you, like, basically, if you don't like South Park's style of humor, you're not going to like Sausage Party.
Right.
Alright, I'll be right back for a minute. I'm going to have a little bit of dinner, so I'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Alrighty. It's like, Jeffrey Engineer says, if you want to see a truly what the fuck movie, there's a film in theaters now called Sorry to Bother You.
Sorry to Bother You? That's a new one to my ears.
I don't know. I'm gonna check that up on Flickster.
Flickster.
Let's see. And then Dark Man and I says, I heard rumors of idiot parents going to see it with their children. Well, it's like, idiot parents took their kids to go see Deadpool, and it's like, you realize it's rated R, right?
I mean, it doesn't help when, it honestly doesn't help when you see, like, all these action figures and toys being made of these superheroes, so it's like...
I know, but still, it's like one of those things where it's like, we have a rating system for a reason. Don't bitch about this being inappropriate for your children when you're the one taking them to a film.
Right.
I mean, that's like, it's like, don't bitch and moan about, like, don't bitch and moan about your kids, like, shooting people up in Grand Theft Auto when you bought that game for your kid.
You're absolutely right. Eh. Oh, friggin' hell.
All right. Okay, so sorry to bother you. So this, I guess, is the summary on Flickster. In an alternate reality of present-day Oakland, California, telemarketer Cassius Green finds himself in a macabre universe after he discovers a magical key that leads to material glory. As Green's career begins to take off, his friends and co-workers organize a protest against corporate oppression. Cassius soon falls under the spell of Steve Lift, a cocaine-snorting CEO who offers him a salary beyond his wildest dreams. And apparently this is a comedy.
Huh.
So I was like, okay. It's got a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, if anyone gives a fuck about that. Jeffrey asks, not to shift gears from movies. Don't worry, we'll pretty much talk about anything. Aside from Smash, what 2018 video games are you looking forward to?
Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. There's also Yokai Watch Blasters, which comes out in a month. I need a fucking job soon. I can't afford these games right now.
Excuse me. It's like I got. That's like I gotta pull up a. I gotta pull up a list or something. Because I know a lot of the games that I've been looking for, they've already come out. So that's what I'm trying to remember. It's like, okay, what hasn't come out yet? So let's see. Let's see. What do we got here? So we are in August. So. Okay, nothing in August or September. At least, let's see, October. Okay, that's a no. November, that's a no. Yeah, pretty much at this point, it's pretty much Smash and Spyro. And Spyro is going to be a big question mark for me. So that's where I'm just like, that's pretty much it for me as far as, at least for what we know is coming out this year.
Right now, I just need a job.
Kaito, Danny, do I have bad taste if I enjoy films with awful reviews? It's like, are you kidding? So many people love crappy movies, and they watch crappy movies and they get enjoyment out of it. I mean, look at Mystery Science Theater 3000. That's an entire franchise that is just based on riffing apart bad B movies. And people freaking love it. So it's like, you know, if you get some kind of enjoyment out of it, you know, even if like you realize, yeah, it's bad, but it's still funny to watch and everything, it's like, who the fuck's gonna stop you?
Ah! Well.
You okay?
I'll pick that up later, I guess. Something fell off my desk. I don't know what it is, and I don't care to pick it up right now.
Okay. Dark Meta Knight. I also heard about someone who had no idea there were cartoons for adults and accidentally bought a hentai for their kid.
See, that's what I call ignorance.
I'm also morbidly curious to know what hentai that is, considering how the majority of hentai, it's kinda obvious when you look at the cover of the box.
I mean, that's just that old mentality that needs to die, that I'm just surprised hasn't died yet, where people just seem to assume, oh, it's a drawn cartoon, it must be for kids.
Never mind that it's like, you know, yeah, like it's a drawn cartoon with like a scantily clad woman in a sexually provocative position. That's where it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Wouldn't be surprised if I somehow ended up on a, on the like the children's section of a movie aisle.
Right.
So I've seen that too. Like there have been so many stores where I'd look for movies, and I go to the children's section, and I'd see movies like Ted hanging out there.
Oh, it's like I've seen like heavy metal in the kids section. I'm like, what the hell, people? It's like, why would you show your child heavy metal? Let me see. Jeffrey asks, did you all see that Nintendo has been hacked by Wario?
Yeah. I saw that.
Magic Crystal Stargirl says, any movies that you guys want to see this year or the next? All right, let me go back to Flickster and check.
And none immediately come to mind, unless I'm just forgetting something.
Let's see. Coming soon. What do we got here? God, there's so many movies I've like not even heard of. Oh, but apparently Slender Man is August 10th. So a week from now, apparently we're getting the Slender Man movie. That didn't take very long for them to film now, did it? That should be fucking worrying.
Like, what can that even be about?
I don't know. It's like either they're just gonna make up their own mythos or something. I don't know.
Or it's just gonna be
let me click. Let me see. Does Flickster have anything on the movie?
Like some kind of
Okay. Terror strikes when 4 teenage girls in a small town perform a ritual to debunk the lore of a tall, thin, horrifying figure known as the Slender Man. They soon fear that the legend is true when one of them suddenly goes missing.
That's it.
That's it. That's all they've written on here. So I guess that's they're doing their own thing. Well, let me see. Yep. My God, there's so many movies coming out, and it's like I haven't even heard of like 10% of them. Oh, is this how far it goes? Oh, dang, they used to like go through like up through like, you know, the next years and shit, but I guess not. They only do it like the next couple of months.
Do we have a favorite voice actor? There's a couple of names. Like I wouldn't call them specifically favorites, but like they're ones I like. Like I like Jim Cummings. I like Christina V. Xander Mobus.
Let's see. I know I can't really like pin down one, but I mean I definitely have favorites. I mean it's like Patrick Seitz is a great one. Eric Vale is another one that I really like. J. Michael Tatum is another one that I really like. As far as the ladies, I would say probably like Cher Millet, Monica Rial. You know, like I know the majority of them have worked for Funimation at some point, and Funimation tends to get good people.
They're fun.
Yeah. Foolish Tune. Speaking of which, have you heard of Happy Time Murders? I actually have heard of Happy Time Murders. I'm actually about one because it's like I'm seriously getting some Avenue Q vibes out of that one. And I fucking love Avenue Q. Of course, it's like I highly doubt that we'd ever be seeing Avenue Q showing up on Broadway ever again. There's no way in hell that humor is gonna fly today.
Oh wait. Hold on, what was the name of the movie?
Happy Time Murders.
Oh, that's the puppet movie.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's with real people, but they live with the puppets and everything. I mean, it seriously does. It seriously does remind me of Avenue Q.
Right.
Because I know that was the whole gimmick behind Avenue Q was it's people and puppets, but crude, but very crude, you know, and all that other stuff. But I I haven't seen Avenue Q, but I had their soundtrack and everything. Like, I first heard it when I was in college, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking hysterical. If it ever comes around, I'll see it. But I doubt that's gonna happen. Not with the kind of songs they were singing. Let me see.
There we go. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to end up symmetrifying the entirety of Ultron Sigma's body. Because it's like, otherwise, this will take way too long, and I want him to be symmetrical anyway, so it's like, work smarter, not harder.
Right. Jordan asks, have you ever listened to or seen a Roger and Hammerstein musical like Oklahoma, The King and I, The Sound of Music, etc.? Like, I've seen the movie, like, I've seen the Sound of Music movie. It's like, I know it. Let me pull up the list. It's where it's like, I know I've seen some of these movies. Like, I know I've seen the Sound of Music movie, but when I used to live in Ohio, there was actually a theater that was maybe 5 minutes away from my house that all the time they were doing, like, Broadway level productions, but on a considerably smaller scale. And I've seen a lot of performances at this dinner theater. So it's like, I'm pretty sure at some point I had to have seen an actual performance of one of these things. That's where it's like, let me pull up a list and see, like pull up everything that they've done. Okay, so let's see. So they've done Oklahoma. I don't think I've seen that one. Carousel, I think I've seen that movie. I have not seen State Fair. South Pacific. Did I see South Pacific?
I don't know, Danny, did you?
I know. I don't think I have. Like, The King and I, yeah, that's a... Apparently they've done Cinderella. I have not heard of the Flower Drum Song. Sound of Music, like I said, I've seen that movie. Oh, and I think that was it. Yep, that seems to be it.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of those movies.
Well, I'm trying to think, BJ. Do you watch musicals?
Nope.
Okay.
Like,
it's like I like me a good musical.
I keep thinking to myself, have I seen The King and I? And I'm like, oh wait, no, that was The Prince of Egypt.
Yeah. It's kind of a shame how Broadway is, like, so bereft of ideas when it comes to actual Broadway plays. Like, because they keep resorting to, we're gonna make musicals out of, like, other films and TV shows, and it's like, why? Like, are we really, like, that out of ideas? That's like, I think it was like, because I know, like, every Thanksgiving, I always watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I love watching that thing.
Right.
And but an hour before the actual parade starts, that's where you always see, like, they do, like, the Broadway musicals. Like, they come out and they do, their performances and everything for an hour before the parade actually gets to, like, the Macy's store. So, that's usually where I see, like, okay, what's coming out on Broadway? And I was like, oh my god, I had to, like, shake my head when I saw that they made a fucking SpongeBob musical. And, like, they didn't even, like, make costumes. It's like, it wasn't even like the guy that was singing as SpongeBob was like singing in like a foam box or something to look like the character. It's like, no, it's with live action people and everything. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like how the hell do you not have a budget to make some kind of a costume?
Ah, well. Anyway, SNG, what did you grade as pet peeve? Oh, wait, hold on. I got a list of this. Because...
Like, I guess just general pet peeves? Or...
Like, let's see, hold on. Here's my entire list of pet peeves. Sneezing that causes some random part of your body to hurt.
Ow.
People biting onto the sides of bubble tape. That shit pisses me off.
Okay.
Seeing raisin cookies thinking they're chocolate chip. Whenever my mother moves things around from where I left them so I can't fucking find them afterwards. Wires that feel like getting funky and just tie themselves up out of nowhere. People who hate kids that work with children.
Yeah, that's like...
No,
what?
I saw that shit way too much when I worked as the preschool photographer.
Well, that's where it's like, it's like if you don't like children, idiots.
Yeah. Let's see. People who ask for advice or criticism, but then get mad when you give it to them or tell them what they don't want to hear.
That's a big one. That's like I agree on. Even back in my commentary days, it was like, what the fuck, people.
Yeah, okay, I came back and I was literally about to ask, are we talking about the commentary community again?
No, no. We were asked what our pet peeves are, and I have like a whole list for my rant ideas that I want to do eventually.
The
next one is when I'm working on something, but then someone walks in on me, and the moment I just had to goof off and think I've been doing nothing but goofing off. Like that happens a lot. Like especially when I was growing up, like I would be studying for a couple hours, and the moment I'm like, okay, I'm done studying, I want to take a break and play some games. That's when my mom wants to walk in on me and think, oh, you've been playing video games this whole time, haven't you? I was like, fuck off, mom. Let's see. Decor only items. That shit pisses me off because my mother does that too. Like, she has all these towels that are hanging up in the bathrooms, but she doesn't want us using them because they're only for decoration. Fuck off, they're towels. I'm using them as towels.
Yeah, yes, their towels are made for a reason and not there to, just be hanging up at one spot and never to be touched again. At that point, you might as well just throw your entire wallet out the freaking window.
Yeah.
Just burn it.
Let's see. When you sleep on your side but your blanket randomly decides to uncover your entire back. That shit I hate. Unskippable ads that are way too fucking long. Like, I'm sorry.
Yes, I agree on that one too.
If your advertisement is 30 seconds or longer, it needs to have a skip button.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing these 3-minute long ads that don't have skip buttons. Fuck that.
Yeah, it's like from my experience, I've rarely run into ads that are not only just like that. I mean, they don't have a skip button, and yet they do go way over like 30 seconds or something. But yeah, so I have run into something like that. I think there was like one ad that was like literally 5.5 minutes long, and it didn't have a skip button. It's like, are you freaking kidding me right now?
Right.
Why?
Let's see. People that make that kind of sound. That's the quickest sound for me to make me want to punch them in the mouth. Not you though. I love you.
It's like I'm sorry.
No, seriously, that sound. It's like I have misophonia, and that sound actually just gets on my nerves really badly.
Oh no, I get you. It's like that's a sad thing too, because I think at times it's kind of become a habit of mine for me to to make those noises like that for some reason, and now it's like, oh god, it ticks BJ off. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Kaido says that's the sound that they make when you call your cat. Yeah, my mom does that too, and I hate it still. I really do. I hate that sound. Anyway, people who judge you based off of their opinions. People judging you based off their opinions. Yeah. That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
People faulting you for not knowing certain information that isn't renowned. Like there is so many times like my parents or somebody will get mad at me or get angry at me for not knowing something that like isn't common knowledge. Like I can't think of a good example or remember it at this moment, but like, no, I do remember one time. I remember back when I was in middle school. Recently, like a pretty bad shooting happened at that time, and the flag at the middle school was half-mast. Now at the time, I didn't like when. Now what happened is I didn't hear about it until this moment. I didn't hear about this mass shooting until this moment. Like, I asked Mom, the flag is half-mast. The flag is half-mast. What happened? And she got so pissed at me for not knowing about this, and even she grounded me for not knowing about this mass shooting.
Your mom's fucking psycho.
Like, seriously, it's like, Christ. Anyway, what was next? Where was I? Oh yeah, one-word answers. Fucking hate that bullshit. I hate one-word answers.
Yeah, I get a daily dose of those answers from customers that either are just in like a piss poor attitude, or they just don't know how to have a cup of coffee and wake themselves up before coming into the store.
Okay.
Like, really?
Yeah. People who make dumb voices for somebody that they talk about that they don't. Wait, hold on. Let me read that. People who make dumb voices for someone when they talk about someone they don't like. So, like, for example, like when you're talking about somebody and you're like, so he said, oh well, you know, I just wanted to do this. And, like, I hate that so much. Like, when you give somebody a dumb voice when you're talking as them. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
All right. Being faulted for not doing or knowing something when you weren't given the proper information in the first place. I think that actually goes back into faulting you for not knowing certain information that isn't renowned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's just how much I hate that. Like, I wrote it twice.
Well, you know what? I don't blame you, because it's like that's something that I despise when it comes to customers. Because I always feel like they have this massively swollen ego that it's like, okay, I don't care who the person is, they need to know exactly how I think and they should know what I want, because these people need to be psychics. They need to have psychic powers, and they should be able to read my mind.
Right, and then
I don't need to say a goddamn word.
And then I'm sure I have more, but the last one I have written here is people that do that stupid talking hand mocking thing. And like when someone's talking to you and they do like the hand talking thing, that is the quickest way for me to want to take my mechanical pencil and just stab them in the hand.
God, yeah.
You want me to hate a villain? Have them do that at least once. Like even in Sly 4 when when the fucking skunk dude does that when the elephant girl is talking to him. Like, okay, I was like, okay, I hate this guy immediately.
Yeah.
Like whenever I see anyone doing that, I just want to stab their hand. I really do.
My God, I had an incident like that with like a former with a former employee at my work. It's like she wanted me to give her, you know, a bunch of items that needed to be put back into the respective aisles. So I was down on the ground because you know, the cashier in question, you know, he put all these items like at the bottom of like this part at his register. So while I was squatting down, I was like slightly tossing them to her in her hand, and she got peeled for whatever reason, started over exaggerating. It's like, don't be throwing those at me. And I'm like, well, I wasn't really throwing them per se. Like, I wasn't throwing them at you, I was just tossing them at you. And she's like, so, and she went on this massive tirade about it. And at that point I got really irritated, so I was just telling her it's like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, you're over exaggerating. And at one point as she was walking away, that's when she did that hand motion, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, you're gonna be like that, you're gonna be like that, okay bitch, I totally get you, I totally get it.
I remember Keith doing that to me once back when we were in Boy Scouts, and I didn't want to talk to him for like weeks.
Oh,
we got into a fight, and like he I forget what he you know, it was probably something dumb. I don't even remember what it was about, but like, yeah, like he did that to me, and like, yeah, I couldn't stand it. Like, I was so fucking upset.
Oh wow.
Right.
Yeah, that's like yeah, outside of like the ones that I definitely agree with on. I'm gonna add like 2 pet peeves, and admittedly this is work related for me, but it's like, you know, something that really pisses me off, like, you know, and this happened at my old job too, is when people take your ovens. Like, you know, no, I'm serious, because it's
no,
like,
no,
you know,
I'm sure, but like, I'm just imagining that, like.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, okay, I'm setting the oven, like, okay, temperature, here's the amount of air that I want in there, here's the humidity I want in there, and it's like, okay, I set the oven to get that ready. I go and, you know, mix up whatever it is that I need to get, you know, baked. And then I go, okay, I'm ready to go. I go to the oven, and some jackass is taking my oven and it's like, you know, fucked with the settings, and they're cooking their own thing now. And it's like, you saw me set the goddamn oven for me now. And it's especially annoying if I have to bake something that has meringue in it. Because, you know, whenever you work with meringue, because it's just whipped egg whites. Whenever you work with whipped egg whites and you're going to bake them and everything, because you're whipping air into it, the longer it sits out when it's not being baked, that air is going to deflate. And that's like, I know at the job that I have now, we make cakes that has whipped egg whites in there. And that's like, oh my God, you cannot have tres leche batter sitting out for a long time because it's going to deflate and the cake is going to be a fucking brick.
Right.
So it's just like, God damn it, people. You see me setting the oven and you see I'm working on something. Why are you taking my goddamn oven? And then it's like, admittedly, this is something now with the newer job. It's like, I've noticed a couple of the guys that I guess, like, if they need to, like, you know, they see, like, somebody walk past and it's like they need to get their attention, they, like, whistle. Like, you know, they go, you know, like that, like a kind of like a high-pitched whistle sound. And I'm like, if you want my attention, you know my name, just call my name. Don't whistle at me like I'm a fucking dog.
Oh,
yeah,
you know what,
really.
actually, you know what, actually,
I cannot stand that.
You know what I actually really hate? Like, something similar to that? I hate it when someone, I hate it when people tap on my shoulder to get my attention. Like, that much, that I don't much care for.
Yeah, but it's like, I know those are two work-related pet peeves that I got.
Like, I know I had plenty of work pet peeves back when I worked at Lowe's. Mostly it was the racism. Didn't much care for racism.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean that's understandable.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I think I told this story at least once or twice, like, on this channel, but I'll just tell it again. I remember one time when, our Lowe's was, like, holding, like, a charity thing, like, for, like, a camp for the handicapped.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were required as employees to ask every customer if they wanted to donate. And this one guy in one of those, what are they called? Like, they're like the handicapped scooters that, you know, that people, that with the carts on them.
Yeah.
Like, he drove up in one, and he had, like, 13 something cell phones in the basket. And then when I asked him if he wanted to donate, he told me, and I quote, not fully, because I don't want to say the word, but, like, he said, I'm not donating a damn thing to anything or anybody until that N-word Obama is out of office.
It's like, what the fuck? It's like, what does that have to do with anything?
Trick question. It really doesn't. That guy was just a fucking idiot.
He's just a racist, is what he is.
Yeah, a fucking racist idiot. Yes.
Probably one of the assholes that has one of those "Make America Great Again" pats.
Right.
Oh, and you know what? I didn't notice that correlation. That's the biggest reason why I will straight up say anybody who supports Trump is a racist, because a lot of the instances where I saw people being racist at work were by people wearing those goddamn hats. And I'm not kidding.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, I could definitely believe that.
If you voted for Trump or support Trump, I am going to think you're a racist and bigoted and sexist. I'm going to think that. I don't care what you say. I don't care about. I like, that's my correlation.
Right.
Call me ignorant. Call me stubborn. Call me whatever. I don't care. Like,
But yeah, it's like when the facts are there and you see all the shit that Trump has done. You know, it's like, you can't really blame BJ for feeling like that. I mean, really.
Doesn't help that today he went on the press and tried. You guys remember when he you guys know about the whole debacle where he went to England and like he was gonna have tea with the queen, but ended up being 15 minutes late, and then he was having issues walking next to her.
I believe I saw an animated GIF.
Like so the
President
whole deal
Trump
is that
trying to keep up with the queen.
When he was in Europe, he went to go have tea with the queen, but he ended up being 15 minutes late to when she was supposed to meet her, which is seen as really disrespectful to royalty, of course. And then
that's just disrespectful in general.
Yeah. So and then when they were walking towards their tea party, Trump didn't know where to fucking walk. The queen had to direct him on where to walk. He was walking in front of her, cutting her off and shit like that. It was just awful. And then I saw, it was very recent. I think it was today. I don't know when. Either today or yesterday. He goes on and starts actively lying about what happened, saying, "Oh no, I was 15 minutes early. I was sitting there with the king and queen's guards." Okay, what king? But it's and then the queen showed up, and we were sitting there for a whole hour talking, and it was so delightful. And everyone's saying that I was late. It's all just fake news, and I'm just sitting here it was live broadcasted. Everybody saw the queen sitting there waiting for you, looking at her watch for 15 minutes until your helicopter finally landed, and then you walked straight to her. Everyone saw that, Trump. You can't lie your way out of that one. It was live broadcasted.
That's just how that's just how ignorant the guy really is. Really, he was it's like he's. Well, okay, alright, there's ignorant, and then there's, being flat-out childish. It's just, not taking, any form of, negative, criticism from anybody.
It's not ignorance, he's lying. He's fucking lying is what he's doing. He's not ignorant. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Regardless of such, lying, ignorance, all of the above, who cares? All we know is that, regardless of what no matter how many times people call him out, he'll be that child and be like, nope, I'm not hearing this. I am not hearing this, la la la, put his hands up to his ears and be like, no, you're fake news. I can't hear this, blah 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 blah.
All right, whatever. Let's just move on from this. I'm sure I don't think our viewers want to listen to us rant about this shit. Were there any questions that we missed?
No.
No.
No, people just listening to us rant. Okay. How's Ultron Sigma looking, by the way? Just from what I got so far.
It's looking good so far. Okay, Magic Crystal Star Girls ask us, since Infinity War is coming out, who was your favorite character, hero, or villain from the Marvel comic universe?
Rocket Raccoon.
Or Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'm sorry.
Rocket Raccoon.
Okay, I got to think about this one, because I got a couple.
I was yeah.
That's I know, I'm trying to think. That's I would say, as far as heroes go, for me, it's probably a tie between Thor, Groot, and Captain America. As far as villains go, I really liked Thanos. I really liked what they did with him.
Yeah, Thanos was amazing.
Thanos, Loki, definitely.
Rip.
Then, I'm trying to... I'm trying to go through, okay, all of the cinematic universe for the villains, because we've had a lot of villains coming up, so that's what I'm trying to think. It's I think off the top of my head, it's Loki and Thanos.
I do like how they actually did handle Thanos for the most part. Because remember, in the comics, his whole motivation was just impressing Death. He wanted to get into Death's pants. That was his whole motivation. So,
right.
Way better this time around.
Let's see. Okay, Jordan asks, what are your favorite animated shorts?
From in general?
Well, I think he may be referring to animated shorts in general.
when I think of animated shorts, like the first thing that comes to mind for me are like the Pixar shorts.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's like if we're going by like Disney Pixar shorts, I know what's called Paperman is one that I still really like, and I'm still waiting for a fucking movie to be in that art style. Like, what the fuck are you waiting for? And then it's like oh, what was it? I know the short that played before The Incredibles 2, the one with the little dumpling kid.
I really like that one too.
That one was adorable. I had a soft spot for that one. That was like, oh, right in the feels.
I have to wonder why people were getting, like, people were actually getting upset about that one because they didn't understand the cultural references. I'm sitting like, what are you talking about?
It's like, cultural references or not, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's like, it's all about it's all about a mother pretty much feeling separated from their kid when their kid grows up and is living their own life and everything. It's like, basically empty nest syndrome.
Right.
I mean, it's like, that's really what the story was about. But, it's just with a little dumpling baby. It was adorable.
Yeah, I think I would have to say, like, probably one of my animated shorts, like, yeah, still going on to the whole Disney Pixar trend here. Oh god, I forgot what the name of it was, but it was the animated short that played like before Monsters Inc. And it shows like all the birds like just minding their own business on this power line.
Oh, I remember that one. That was a good one. I like that one.
That was hilarious. I don't know why. Like the sounds the birds always make, like always cracked me up. It was so great.
Actually, speaking of which, since you saw that dumpling short, did you see Incredibles 2, Danny?
Yeah, I did go.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was pretty good. It's like, I can certainly understand the whole seat warning thing.
Oh, no,
I mean,
that shit hurt my eyes. It really did.
That, I know, that's like, I don't get, I am to seizures, but I mean, like, yeah, there were points where it's like, yeah, I mean, it just physically hurts your eyes.
Like, I hope they tone that shit down for, like, the DVD release.
I can only imagine they will.
Yeah, possibly.
Like, I did think the story was a bit too predictable, but even then, like, I think it was still so well told that, like, I forgave it. Like, it was one of those stories where it's like, yeah, we saw it coming, but it was still good, so, like, okay?
Right.
You gotta love Jack.
Who doesn't love Jack?
Haters, that's it.
I miss Jack's power more like you missed his first 17.
Yeah, no, you missed his first 17.
Let alone, like, I loved Edna in the movie where it's like she was so pissed, at the mom and everything. But then as soon as
Ellen.
Yeah, like, she got so pissed at Ellen and everything because, she got a different costume. But then she babysat Jack for a night, and she's just, like, all over the baby.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, man.
Dark Mennonites ask, what is your thoughts on Star versus the Forces of Evil?
Star versus the Forces of Evil?
I know what you're talking about.
That's a Disney Channel, isn't it?
I think so. I know what you're talking about. Never actually watched it, though, so I don't have much opinion on it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't say I've ever heard of that, actually.
I know that's a really big one. Like, I haven't seen that one either, but I do know that was a... But it's like, I've heard some pretty good things.
Yeah, I can't say I've never watched it. Have either of you ever ended up watching Gravity Falls?
No.
You need to. It's so good.
I know. I've heard a lot of good things about it from you. I've heard of good things from other people. it's just one of those shows where it's like I need to find the time to just sit down and just binge watch it or something.
Like that was a cartoon that's on par with Steven Universe. So like, and it's also done. The series is concluded. So like, you can actually watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you can actually watch the whole thing and not have to wait.
Yeah. Oh right. No, I got that. I mean, it's like I never kept up with Gravity Falls when it was initially airing, but even I noticed on Twitter that it's like I guess one of the voice actors for Gravity Falls like took a picture of like his recording booth. And he was just like, "Well, just recorded the last lines for Gravity Falls. It's been a fun ride, guys." I'm like, "Oh,
it's always sad."
Wow. Yeah, really. Even as a guy who's like trying to get like who's revolved around the voice acting field, whatever. Yeah, it's like even when I don't keep up with the show, that was still heart wrenching. It's like, oh,
That's like, I know I saw Over the Garden Wall.
I still never seen that either. Actually, I need to.
That one's good. Like that is one I definitely recommend. Like it's good and it's short. It's only I think like 10 episodes or something. It's like it's not a long show, but it managed to tell its whole story within within those short amount of episodes, and it's good.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hello there, Delfino Luma.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, he says, I have arrived, Sparkle Sparkle.
Oh, and looks like Brian just showed up. Or has he been here for a while?
He was here earlier, but he went to work, so he's probably on his phone.
Oh, okay.
He's
Gotcha.
probably just listening.
Yeah, because I think if he was home or got home early from work or whatever, he would have just jumped right in the call.
Right, I gotcha. All right, never mind.
Alrighty. Jordan asks, Danny, Ryan, have you seen the plot twist in Steven Universe yet? I have not kept up with Steven Universe, but I know everything.
You know everything?
Yeah, I know what's happened. I know what's coming.
I mean,
did you spoil yourself or?
Yeah, pretty much.
God damn it, Danny.
At this point, I'm so far behind. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'll watch it whenever.
Danny, why you do that?
Because I can.
oh, hold up. Moon Princess Divinity. Hello, welcome.
Howdies. But yeah, it's like, I know all about the plot twist, and it's like, I know what's coming if it hasn't happened already. Like, I've seen the clips.
Yeah, it's like, if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, then yes. But if it's about like the more recent episodes that have been coming out, then then no.
You know, it's really hard to actually tell. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and straight up ask this: who here has not seen it? Because I would like to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it if people don't want to be spoiled. So like,
yeah. I can only imagine
if I see even one, don't spoil it. In the next 5 minutes, I won't say anything. But otherwise, then, no, we will talk about it. So we're giving you guys a countdown here.
Yeah, because I can only imagine there may have been like some twists here and there with the recent episodes that have been, airing or whatever. So it's like, yeah, it's really hard for me to say. It's like, wait, are you talking about this twist in Steven Universe? Are you talking about this one? I don't know.
It's more like several things have happened. There's like been one big twist, but a bunch of other events have been happening since.
Right. I figured as much.
I'm seeing people saying they have him, but go ahead. Like, are you sure? Because Steven Universe is one of those shows that's better left unspoiled. Danny.
Meh.
It's this point. You might as well not worry about it, BJ. Danny doesn't care, which is fine.
I know she doesn't care, but it's the chat. The chat.
Well, so far everyone has said, like, if they haven't seen them, they don't care. Like, they said, don't worry about me, or spoilers, so it looks like people don't care.
Are we all absolutely sure? It's important.
Are you sure nobody's spoiled? Yes. Are you absolutely sure?
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta keep asking.
No, really, I'm fine. No, I want you to think really hard about this.
Pretty much.
Are
honestly.
you 100% positively sure you do not want to be spoiled?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, then. Okay, so yeah, so pretty much, so pretty much from, Ryan, like, here are the twists and everything. That is pretty much what happened. Big twist, what's called, Rose Quartz is Pink Diamond.
Okay. That was the last secret.
Yeah.
That was the last twist that I saw. I have not gone any farther than that. So I want to not be spoiled from that for the rest.
So you haven't seen all the more recent episodes then?
No, that's what I've been saying.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I've been trying to say. It's like with the recent episodes that I've been airing, I have yet to see them, and I want to get to them my own time, like unspoiled or whatnot. But yes, I did see the last thing I did saw was the big reveal that Rose was Pink Diamond.
Well, we've got three other big things that have happened. And as far as I'm aware of, I don't know if it's a preview for what's to come or if it was one of the later ones. But if that is the case, 4 big things that have happened since that reveal.
Type it to me, Danny, so I can get an idea.
Okay. Right, let me make sure.
Not in this chat, no!
No, I know.
I know.
I'll just be sure to, hold on, guys. Gonna just hide the clip.
Wait. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's already happened, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's already happened. You're still typing. That's an like...
Oh.
Yes, that happened. That also happened, yes.
Okay.
Because the most recent episode, I don't think ever actually officially aired on Cartoon Network yet, but it was shown at San Diego Comic-Con.
That's what I figured. Like, okay, I didn't like of what's to come or anything, but I know like that last one, that's a big one coming. So that's where I'm like, wait a minute. That's why I didn't know if that was a preview or was this actually from like the last episodes.
Yeah, no, you're pretty much caught up, though. That second one you mentioned is kind of an Like, I can see where you're coming from with that, but it's kind of an Like, we're not really sure what's going on with that right now. Like, I'm sure, knowing Steven, it's probably going to end up happening.
Yeah.
But, like...
I wouldn't put it past them.
Like, because Steven just has, like, this magical aura about him, so it's like... I'm sure he'll get it to happen, but I guess we'll see.
Alrighty, then. But yeah, that's pretty much like what I know. Yeah, that's pretty much what I read up.
Yes, Delphino, that last episode is also available on the Cartoon Network app. It is on the app. I just don't think it's ever been officially aired on actual Cartoon Network. So like, but it is on the app. So yeah, you're right about that.
Alrighty, so Malik asks, what things make a story portrayed in media, books, movies, video games, etc., good, and what makes it bad? So what makes for a good or bad, story portrayal?
See, that's such an that is such an objective question. It's like,
yeah.
And really, I also think like there are some things I think it really does deter. It depends on like, what media, what genre. I mean, there's a variety of things. It's like overall, I would say, if anything, like regardless of the media, like what makes for a good story is like, fun and engaging characters, decent amount of world building that's like really interesting, usually that kind of stuff. And, granted, if, whoever it is that wrote the story can, write worth a damn, surefire way to make it bad is like, if you've got, bland characters that no one gives a shit about what happens to them, or like, or I know I touched on a little bit in this last night with one of my biggest issues with Volume 5 of Ruby is, you either do nothing with the worlds that you've put your characters into, or it's like, you tell what the world is, but you don't actually show it. Like, show versus tell. Like, that's a big concept. It's always better to show a story rather than to simply tell a story.
Yeah.
It's like, I think everyone can agree that's a concept that's, going to be defining regardless of the medium.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's like, when you want to talk about, like, let's say, like, movie, it's like, well, okay, are we going to talk about, like, an animated movie versus a live-action movie? A horror movie versus a comedy? I mean, it's like, there's so many different things that it really does boil down to, like, what's the specific medium and what's the genre of the medium. Delfino asks, soft pretzels with cheese dip, yes or no? Fucking hell yes!
Yes, 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 and so yes.
Now I'm hungry, goddammit.
That's like, admittedly, like, I actually had a soft pretzel recently. That's like, yeah. Well, that was because,
really?
Well, that was because I think I told you, this past weekend it was my mom's 60th birthday. So my brother and my sister-in-law, they came to visit and everything. So while they were here on one of my days, my mom, my brother, sister-in-law, and I, we went to like a local science museum that was maybe like 20 minutes away from the house. We just needed to do something to kill time. And we had a big lunch before we went to the museum, so we just kind of snacked on stuff while we were there. And yeah, I ordered a soft pretzel with cheese dip.
Hey.
Nice.
So yeah, I was like, oh man, I have not had a soft pretzel in like Lord knows how long.
God, yeah, same here. Thinking about it now, I think the last time I ever had like a soft pretzel with cheese dip was like, oh my god, what was it? I think it was like during like my senior year in high school, and we were like the marching band and myself, we were all sitting like on top of the bleachers, and while we were waiting for like the halftime show, in the middle of like the high school football game, yeah, I hit myself up with like, a soft pretzel with cheese dip and some jalapenos, and it was fucking glorious.
Yeah, it's like you gotta go to like a sports game nowadays, I think, to get like a soft pretzel.
Actually, while I was up in New York, now that I remember correctly, like my aunt held like a giant 4th of July party in her backyard, and there's this soft pretzel bakery up like close by to where she lives that actually does specifically sell soft pretzels. And like they can sell them in like these giant bundles too. Like, and she got like one of these big ones where it's like all these like this giant thing. Like, what's like the best way to describe it? Like actually I have my ruler right here. Let me see. I want to say it was about maybe 25 to 30 inches in diameter. And it was just filled with soft pretzels, and in the middle was cheese dip.
Oh.
So you just pick up a pretzel and just dip it in the dip.
Ooh.
It was good. And wow, Ultron Sigma's taking way longer than I thought he would.
Yeah.
Because of the armor, so fuck my life.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say.
I probably will call it here pretty soon, because we just talked about Steven Universe. I kind of want to just go watch the episodes with you and with you two, just to get them out of the way.
Okay.
I kind of do want to do that, but I'll get a little farther first, and then once my hand starts cramping, which I can kind of already feel it happening, then we'll call it.
Okay.
Because I can't be drawing too long, because eventually my hand will start cramping up, and then I'll have issues.
I getcha. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Oh, Foolish Shoes asks, what's the funniest food to hit someone in the face with? Gummy worms.
Gummy worms?
Just a fistful of gummy worms.
Nah, you know what, Ryan? You know what the funniest food to hit someone in the face with is? A coconut. Or a durian. Just completely fuck them up.
You lied. That wasn't funny. That's painful.
Like, how about like a honeydew melon?
Oh my god.
it's like, we are some fucked up individuals.
It's oh yeah, it's like I'm the innocent one, just throwing like some lightweight gummies at someone's face. You're out for blood. It's like, bring out the coconuts, bring out the melons.
Yeah, talk about like a pineapple.
A lobster.
Oh, live lobster. No rubber.
Yeah,
bands.
live lobster.
No rubber bands. The bands are off.
No, oh my god, even worse. It's like, oh, I have a lobster and he's holding a knife. What? Fuck!
Oh god, that reminds me of like that one video that was like floating around a while ago. What was it? Crab with a knife?
Yeah.
yeah, that was it. It's like, oh my god.
He's like, hi there, Gold Tichigami. How's it going?
Hello, Gold Tichigami. How's it going?
It's like we're thinking of other funny foods that we can throw at people.
Essentially, we're talking food fights.
That's
and not the horribly animated movie, which we've already talked about.
No, but we're gonna that's like no, we go all the way and we're gonna people.
It's like I have the ultimate weapon. I have habanero peppers. If I can aim this at your eye, the spice will literally. This will be like a handful of pepper spraying away. Only worse.
Except for BJ, he's eating so many peppers, like it's like absorbed into his like.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Into him.
I could take it on my tongue, not my eyes.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's like nah. It has been absorbed into the skin and the eyeballs and the hair.
No. It's just like, you know how it's like you hold like a little something, like a little food or treat or something like in your hand or whatever, and you have your other buddy like just sit there like with his mouth wide open or something, or they try to catch like the M&M or something. I can imagine something like that happening, but with BJ and habanero peppers.
I like Foolish Toon's suggestion, like Jelly Bean Gatling gun. It's like, how about Jelly Bean Gatling gun, but it's with those like was it the Harry Potter's every flavor beans jelly beans?
Oh, I was thinking of like the Bean Boozled.
Yeah, it's like I guess that's what it's called now. But for me, I always remember it's just the Harry Potter every flavor beans.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Because I think that was how it started, and then I guess they turned it into Bean Boozled or something. But it's like, yeah, where it's like it's a gamble if you're gonna get a good one or a bad one, and it's like 75% of the box is all the nasty ones.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like throw that into a Gatling gun.
God, those beans are terrifying, especially when it's like, what was it? You get the orange bean where it's like either it's like peach and cream or something like that, or it tastes like vomit, like actual vomit.
Yeah, really. I'd
hate
to have been the guy that had to come up with that flavor.
Yeah, really.
I mean, if you want to put any candy into a Gatling gun, try a Jawbreaker.
No, you put a Jawbreaker.
Jawbreakers!
No, you put a Jawbreaker in a fucking potato launcher.
A potato gun? Oh god.
Yeah, you make a potato launcher that specifically shoots out Jawbreakers.
Oh god. Oh, and hello, Rebel. How's it going? Welcome. Welcome to yet another Drawing Some Thumbnails stream before BJ's hand cramps up really soon.
Which it probably will, because like I said, I can feel it. I'm kind of just enduring it right now. So I at least want to get, because if I could at least get the sketch done of Ultron Sigma, then you know what? Next time I stream, that's what I'll color him and probably finish the entire thumbnail. Because I think drawing the four of us as superheroes, that shouldn't take very long at all. It's just Ultron Sigma's the dick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you're dealing with very detailed armor.
That's it.
I was like, yeah, well, you decided to do this.
I know.
It's like that being said, Rebel. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, yeah, this is the thumbnail for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
I did this to myself. I have only myself to blame.
but you will use this experience with detailed armor and use it to your advantage in future drawings. You will master armor.
No, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna draw Ultron Sigma this once, and then every future thumbnail that has really detailed armor like Master Chief, I'm just gonna recolor Ultron Sigma and just say that's Master Chief.
This is my original character. Do not steal.
What are you talking about? That's not a green Ultron Sigma. That's Master Chief. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like Ultron Sigma Chief.
Sigma Chief.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy.
Yeah, it's like Duffy. Now, time to make a GoFundMe drawing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like we gotta pay for like BJ's therapy after this.
Well, there is the link in the description where you can donate. So, I mean, there is that.
Yeah, donate to BJ's therapy, like physical and mental therapy. like, oh my god, Ultron Sigma armor.
I need a new hand.
Actually, if there's any therapy, I need it's a chiropractor. That's what I need.
Yeah. True.
So just cut off my hand and give me a metal hand.
No, not for my hand, for my back.
No, I think she was still going on to what I was saying earlier.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. Speaking of hand, I gotta actually draw his fucking hand now. Christ.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if your back's bothering you, then it's like, give me fine.
What? You lagged there.
That's what I was saying, because you mentioned something about your back hurting you. That's like, like put the money down for a cyborg spine.
Well, no, it's like I have slipped discs, so like my back's actually been bothering me for a long fucking time. But it's like I like my parents had me go to like physical therapy for it. Didn't fucking help though, so it's like.
Oh.
So eventually, what I want to do is like once I actually have enough money to actually worry more. Once I'm at a point in my life where I can actually worry more about my health and my bills, like that's when I want to go see a chiropractor or something and see if he can straighten me out. Because like we have plenty of chiropractors around us.
Yeah, it's like Realms. Like, now somebody play Transformers so BJ has to bodies.
No,
you know what, Brian?
I will draw the original '90s cartoon Transformers. Where they're just boxes.
You know what, Brian? We were joking around about this during the last stream. I was just about to make a Transformers joke back then. It's like, coming soon to SpiffyNeedleGeeks, Transformers, War for Cybertron.
Let's see. What are you guys' favorite Kirby copy abilities? And BJ, you can't say rock. Okay, stone.
Oh, fuck you and your synonyms.
But wait a minute. You just said rock not too long ago.
All right, let me see here. Hold on. I gotta get his hand. Here we go.
By the way, yeah. Favorite copy ability.
Oh god. I know, that's why I got to think about this. I have not played a lot of the Kirby games.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think. What was Triple Deluxe? I think was the last Kirby game I played.
I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to get the memory of fucking. Oh crap! Sorry, fuck.
It's like,
you see what I mean? Making that sound has, in a way, become a habit of mine. I'm sorry.
So I wasn't paying attention. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
I'm trying to get my shit.
I want to unintentionally piss you off. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to think back of like when I played the living daylights out of Kirby's Amazing Mirror, like in my middle school years. Oh, Kirby UFO. That was a fun copy ability.
Yeah, that was pretty busted, wasn't it?
It was so busted, but I love it. But it's like for like less busted ones, I guess. I know Missile was pretty fun. That and Leo Kirby. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that wasn't 64. Well, actually, you know what? I know in 64, my favorite copy ability there was the Cutter Rock Power, where you could turn into the animal buddies.
Oh. Oh, okay.
No, you know what? Foolish Tunes got it right. Adeline is my favorite copy ability.
Kirby inhales Adeline, and then he himself transforms into Adeline.
It's like, I think, like, from what I remembered, because like I said, like, Kirby Triple Deluxe was the last Kirby game I played. And I think the two that I really liked using the most, I think, were Beam and Wing.
Beam and Wing, okay.
Yeah, I really liked those.
Okay, so drawing a robot hand.
Although at the same time as like for other copy abilities, my Kirby was also a fun one.
Okay, let me see here.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so we got some more questions. That's where I was like...
Yeah. Ocarina Hero 05 asked, any of you guys played Detroit Become Human? I have not.
Nope.
Not yet. I do want to at some point once I get more funds.
I've heard very mixed things about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've heard, like, you know... Again, this is a David Cage game, so I guess it depends on what choices you make and everything. But, I mean, it's like, I've heard, like, you know, some people like it, or some people really don't. So, I mean, it's like, it just seems like it's a very hit or miss one from what I've been hearing anyway.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let me see here. Okay. Rebel number 6 is in a bad mood. Is it okay to vent? Go on ahead. What's stopping you? Jordan Carroll asks, what is the cutest thing you want to see?
In what?
I don't know. He just says, what is the cutest thing you want to see?
Huh. Like, be more specific, I guess.
Okay. Foolish Tunes asks, what cartoon would you hate to see the most as a live-action remake?
Oh. Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's like, has there been a good one?
A cartoon you would hate to see the most as a live-action remake.
Death Note. Oh, wait.
I know that's what. Well, that's kind of the problem. It's like, you know, so many of them have not been good, so that's where it's just like, at this rate, I think anything is doomed.
Like, I know in terms of old cartoon stuff getting live action remakes, I know like there's been a lot of the Disney stuff, and I know some of it's been mixed and others haven't. Like, I liked the remake Jungle Book. I know that one was mixed, but I liked that one.
I still haven't seen that one.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was pretty good.
Let's see.
Oh, for me, I say any overly cartoony cartoon like Ren and Stimpy or Rocco. Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be really weird. You don't see live action, wouldn't it? Well, wait. Oh, actually, God, here's a bizarre thought. A live action Rugrats.
Oh God, that actually would be nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
how would they?
That's like Baby Genius's level of nightmare fuel. Like,
Baby Genius.
I think I got to agree with you on that one. Rugrats would be horrible to watch.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
Pretty much would just be Baby Geniuses, though, wouldn't it?
Right. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Dude, are you serious? Is that really going to be a thing? Are you joshing me?
Wait, what?
No, hold up. It's like people are saying like Foolish Tunes was saying that a live action Rugrats is actually going to be a thing. Hold on, I need to look this up.
Is it? It's the first I'm hearing of that.
Yeah, yeah, me too. So let me see.
I mean, that's got to be a hard movie to do though, because if it's live action, they have to get they'd have to get actual babies, and that would have to be that'd have to be a production that they need to do quick.
Yeah, it's like they'll get then CGI their faces.
But no, that's the thing though. Like that can't be a movie that they spend multiple years working on, unless they just keep getting multiple babies that just all happen to look the same. Because babies change appearance pretty quickly.
This is true.
Oh, okay, here, let me see here. According to SF Gate, Nickelodeon is reviving their animated kids series Rugrats, and this time it's going to have a live-action movie to go along with it. The series will feature 26 new episodes, although no release date has been announced. However, the live-action film featuring CGI characters is slated
Did you not learn from the Fairly Odd Parents movie? That does not fucking work for you, Nickelodeon.
The live-action film featuring CGI characters is slated for a November 13th, 2020 release.
20. Christ.
Huh.
Those are gonna be some big-ass fucking babies.
God.
That
now,
if they're gonna make the baby CGI, why don't they just take the correct approach and just make everything CGI?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Thank you, Indeed, for more job alerts. I'll look at those later.
Oh, man. God, I remembered my good buddy Giggs and I, like, when we were first starting to get to know each other, it's like, now you brought up the Fairly Odd Parents movie, and Danny, it's like, I remember watching that for the first time. Oh my God, it was so bad, but it was so much fun at the same time, because of, like, how much we could just make fun of it. Because, yeah, it was something else.
Okay, let's see. Gold Tent Shigami asks, have you guys ever heard of the anime Senyu? If you haven't, watch it. It's really good. The opening for season 1 was done by Jam Project.
Ah, man.
Well, that alone is a plus. I do like me some Jam Project. But can't say I've heard of Senyu.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I recognize the name Senyu at all, really.
Yeah, so it's like, can't say I've heard that one.
Oh, and hello, Jason Coca. Welcome to another Drawing Some Thumbnails live stream.
Okay, Malik asks, is live-action Broadway shows going to go out of business? The reviews are mostly bad. I would say that's kind of a given, considering, you know I brought this up earlier, but it's like they've become so bereft of, like, original ideas that they have to resort to fucking SpongeBob. So it's like, if all they're doing is they're just making, like, Broadway musicals out of TV shows and movies at this point, I can't really blame Broadway for...
I was like, that is to say that, like, they're flat out just getting rid of, like, all the other Broadway ideas they've done in the past, you know.
No, but I'm just saying that's, like, like, if you were to go to Times Square and everything, it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, yeah, you can't go, it's like, if it keeps going and everything, that it's like nobody's going to pay the money to go see Broadway shows anymore.
Hey. I've never seen Broadway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I know the Broadway musical for The Lion King. I know, like, to this day, like, even after I first, like, saw, like, Lion King, the Broadway musical of The Lion King, like, when I was like 17, it's still touring right now. So I was like, it's like, okay, I know this is The Lion King and all, and it's like one of the, like, the best Disney movies to ever come out of Disney or whatever. But even then, it's like, that still shows just how great of a Broadway show, like, The Lion King is, amongst other Broadway shows that they've done, Disney or not.
Right. Let's see here. Rebel number 6 says, say you play a game that tries to be funny, but is painfully unfunny. Would saying that the game isn't taking itself seriously automatically justify how unfunny it is?
Yeah, man,
Motherfucker.
It's like, yeah, you know what? I think I see where you're coming from. And if I think you're talking about what I think you're talking about, then I think depending on how they handle it, like in regards to like the humor in a video game, then yes. Because it's like, alright, so we have like games like the Deadpool game, where it's like, you know, he's the fourth wall breaking motherfucker, so that's to be expected. And it's like, even if you can expect this kind of like obscure humor from Deadpool of all people, it's like, at like first and second playthrough, it's still pretty funny and all of that. It's pretty good. But then, okay, here's an example. Ukulele. It's like just out of the freaking blue, like at many times, like from what I played thus far, you know, they throw out a lot of like references to like classic rare games in the past, like basically like trying to keep up, making like all these references to like modern times, like oh man, it's really hard to explain, but basically it's like, yeah, they made the main characters, you know, like way too self-aware, to the point where it's like, it's not endearing. It's just like, hey, remember the 90s? Those are great, weren't they? And you know stuff like that. And so it's like, yeah, as great of a game as Ukulele is, it's like, when it comes to writing like that, it's like, okay, guys, like, calm down. We know. The guys who made this game were also the same people that brought classics like Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, and, you know, all of those good games, but like a couple decades ago. We get it, guys. We love you, but we get it.
Right. Alright. I don't think I can really add to that. Okay, Jordan asks, are there any movies that are considered so bad it's good that you like to watch? You know, movies like Troll 2, The Room, Plan 9, you know, so on and so forth. I did see Troll 2. That is a funny movie to watch.
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Ooh. Oh man, that's actually a really good one. God damn.
The Super Mario Brothers movie?
What? No.
No, he's thinking of the question. He's thinking of the
I know.
God damn it. Good one. No, yeah. It's like, I'm trying to think of like a movie that's so bad it's funny to watch. Like, I know I was talking about like that animated movie number 9, like a while back, and it's like, yeah, my sister and I turned into a riff fest, but in actuality, I don't think it was that bad where you could genuinely like riff on it like in its entirety or whatever, because at one point it just became like a bore fest. The riff fest didn't last for too long, really. But oh man, yeah, like a movie that's actually bad, so bad that you could, you know, joke about it like throughout the entirety of the film. That's a hard one for me. It's like, all right, get back to me on that one.
All right. Okay. It's like a Batch of Crystal Scar Girl says, after this, I'm going to watch the rest of Revolutionary Girl Utena and the movie. Fuck yeah on that one. That's like, man, I haven't watched Utena in a long time. I love that anime. That's still like my favorite anime ever.
Yes, like, weren't you like years ago? Like, weren't you in the middle of like showing us the entirety of Utena?
Well, because we were gonna do something where, like, you know, we had a group, like, you know, how about suggested anime, we all watch it, and then we record like our overall thoughts and everything. Of course, that never fucking happened. But I know, like, but I know what I was suggesting to you guys was Revolutionary Girl Utena, and I think I showed you guys maybe, like, the first, like, 5 episodes or something. But that was as far as I ever got to showing you guys. And even then, I think it was just you and BJ. I don't think we got Brand. I don't think I ever got Brandon onto that one.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it was more so. Yeah, just BJ and I.
Yeah, but
in fact, at the same time,
Utena's so good.
Yeah. For what I remember seeing, it's like, no, I agree. It's pretty darn good.
It's like, yeah. Oh, she got the special edition with the friggin' rose signets. That's not fair. I've always wanted to get one of those rings, like, you know, that they have in Utena. Like, specifically if they have the Black Rose rings, because I have such a soft spot for the Black Rose saga. I mean, like, that's one that it's literally nothing but filler, but that is how you do filler right. So it's like, goddamn, I loved that arc. Jason Coca asks, in your guys' opinion, what do you think is the worst video game fan base?
First one that comes to mind would be the Sonic fan base, but that seems like a pretty obvious one, really.
Sonic is pretty bad. Undertale got bad, you know, after a while. Like that one got really like
I've heard some bad things about. I've heard some bad things about Pokemon. That's mostly because of the user Verlicify. Like that motherfucker.
Oh.
Okay.
Huh.
Like, yeah, there's this user named Verlicify. Like, he's done some actually just crappy shit.
Yeah.
And
I'll just take your word for it.
I think I might know who you're talking about. I think
if Rom were here, like he knows exactly. Like Brian would be able to tell you a lot more about him than I really could.
Well, I remember, like, I know there's a user on here, Mr. Medicare. I like watching him every now and again because you want to talk about somebody that knows how to like take the piss out of people, but can actually be really funny about it. Like, I mean, yeah, he will fucking insult you, but it's just the way he does it and the things he says for some reason is just so goddamn funny to watch. That's like I like watching him every now and again. I know he recently did something about like what is it, like Bulba Garden or something. I don't know if that's what you're
Bulbapedia?
Like Bulba Garden or something. Like some Bulba thing. But it had I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but it was like all kinds of like controversies and shit that I guess like built up or something, and he was just taking the piss out of the whole thing. I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but that's at least like I don't know. That's like the most I've heard about as far as like scandal coming out of the Pokemon community.
I don't know. Like I know, like well, Verlicify. It's not even just Pokemon. He's just a crappy person in general. Like to get the obvious ones out of the way, he is a straight up racist and probably a Nazi. And I actually say that with no exaggeration whatsoever. He like when the Charlottesville shit happened, like he was trying to defend them. So like. And then, like, shit, what else did he do? Like, I know, like, he is mostly a PokeTuber. That's why I referred to him as being, like, you know, kind of a scum in the Pokemon community. Because, like, I know, like, fuck. I really can't say for sure because I just straight up don't remember a lot of the shit he's done. Like, I know he's gotten onto people about genning Pokemon and shit. Or, like, I don't know, I off the top of my head, I just can't remember. But like, I'm sure if I looked it up, like I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to find.
Right. Oh, Gold Tichigami says, did you guys know that Stitch has an anime and it does not have Lilo in it? I remember hearing about that from BJ actually.
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I kind of want to at some point. I know what you're talking about though.
Alright, Magic Crystal Stargirl says, sorry if I asked this, but I wasn't sure if you saw this, but is there any live actors or voice actors that you would like to meet at a con that you haven't met yet?
I have a few.
Not really. Like, I'm not really the kind of guy that goes out of his way to meet celebrities. I really don't care. Like, I enjoy their content. That doesn't mean I want to go up and meet them. It's like, sorry.
I think at a convention, like the only celebrity that I've met was Lil Karibo.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh
No,
yeah,
it's like,
that's
I
right.
know-
Because
yeah.
we did like technically like we didn't like okay, yeah, we did technically meet him, but it was more so like when we were like trying to buy shirts and such.
Yeah, he was
like
yeah,
during MobileCon 2015.
yeah, he was helping somebody running a t-shirt booth, and they ran like a deal or something where it was like you buy like 3 shirts, then Lil Karibo will sign like a poster or something, and we went and did that deal.
Yeah,
and it was
that's
like,
right.
you know, I mean, yeah, we met with him, we chatted with him a little bit. You know, I told him to keep up the great work and everything. Really nice guy.
Oh no, he's
yeah.
a sweetheart. He really is.
Yeah, so
He
that's
really
like,
is.
yeah, so I mean, it's like, you know, so that's where it's like, as far as like celebrity status and everything, that's really the only guy.
I know, like in terms of like, you know, well-known people like YouTubers and shit, like, you know, like we've met Chugga, like you were friends with Chugga Conway for a while, Danny. So we ended up meeting him for a little bit. Like, you know, we chatted with Brain Scratch for a little bit here and there. Who else? I actually don't remember who else.
Yeah, that's like like Ocarina. I would like to meet James Rolfe at some point. You know, he seems like a cool guy to meet up with. Like King Ryalu, I definitely would love to meet Patrick Seitz in real life.
Yes.
Like
that was actually one of my suggestions.
I would love to meet him. I would love to meet Matthew Mertzer. I would love to meet J. Michael Tatum. You know, like pretty much like a bunch of the Funimation voice actors that I listed earlier. I would love to like say hi to at some point.
Oh yeah, I agree. I know I would want to like meet with Steve Bloom because I know he's like another like really well-known voice actor, and he was one of my biggest inspirations for like trying to get into the field of voice acting because of how like large of a range he has.
Okay.
And there was also like I know I've seen them in person once, never had the chance to meet them, and they are technically voice actors in a way. The cast of Ruby, Lindsay Jones, Barbara Dunkelman, Michael Jones, oh god, I forgot the names for the voice actresses who voice Blake and Weiss. Damn it. But it's like I did try. I wanted to try to meet them and get a picture with them once, like when they paid a visit to Planet Comic-Con. But considering like just how massive like they are or whatever, it's like the lines for like taking a picture with them, it was just so long. It's like I couldn't wait. I couldn't.
Okay.
Trying to think of what other times for people we met. I remember I know the last MomoCon we went to, like I know Russell went out of his way to go meet Maximilian. Like he wanted to do that.
Yeah, like, he said Maximilian was a cool.
I'm sure he is. Like he just resonates that cool aura. But
yeah.
I know the first time you went as Foxy, Ryan, I remember that like a lot of the crew that were in like the Runaway guys, like Schmick, they all wanted pictures with you. So that was
right.
So that was pretty neat.
Well, it's like I know Super Gaming Brothers got you got their attention with the Foxy cosplay.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's more so like with Brains, like a few members of Brain Scratch, along with like a couple buddies that were hanging with them. They were from Game Explain. Unfortunately, yeah, Elliot wasn't around like during MobileCon 2015 when I first debuted my Foxy cosplay. But man, I will never. I still remember like Johnny's like initial reaction when he found out that it's like I was a fan of his work. It's like he took one picture of me, and then out of the blue, I'm just like, oh, by the way, I love the playthrough on Super Gaming Brothers, and he was just astonished. You could tell from his voice. He was just like, oh, well, thank you. I'm like, well, guys, look, this guy's a fan. It's like behind the mask, I like the biggest grin on my face, like.
I know that I think Elliot and his girlfriend were at the recent Comic-Con we went to, but I don't think we ever saw them. So even at the Brain Scratch panel, we never ran into them. So
yeah, that's true. Honestly, I don't know if it was because like something else came up, or we were just too tired or something.
It's all right. Trying to think. Oh, I know that. I remember one of the funniest ones was like at the 14 MomoCon when we went to little Karibo's panel and he called you out as Foxy.
Yes,
That was
I
pretty
remember
funny.
that. I was upset with someone uploaded that moment onto YouTube. I am so upset he took that down. It was great. Well, how did it go? It's like what was it? Yeah, little Karibo was doing like a live like evil council of doom or something like that. He was just like, all right, I would like to thank everyone for attending the Evil Council of Doom. By the way, what's the name of that fox guy from Five Nights at Freddy's? Foxy the Pirate. Surprisingly, his name is Foxy. I'd like to welcome the most evil character that we've ever had on the Evil Council.
I think I missed that one because that was like another one where it was like, I was working, so I missed out on some stuff.
I think it was just me and Ryan that went to that because Russell went somewhere else for that.
It was you, me, and Brandon that went to that panel at the time.
Oh, was he there? I thought he missed that one.
Yeah, I could have sworn Brandon was there with us.
Either way, that's like I just remember like I know like with your Foxy cosplay, like when you first brought out the Foxy cosplay, that was when like Five Nights, I think 4 was coming. So it was still at the very height of its popularity. So I mean, you were getting stopped every 5 minutes because everyone was going, "Oh my God, Foxy!"
5 minutes, then, more like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but then it was like we missed like the next 2. So this last one, you brought it out again, and you were still getting swamped. But now it's because, oh my God, nostalgia. It's the original Foxy, not Funtime, not Nightmare, or any other kind of Foxy. No, it's the original OG Foxy, and people were flipping out. So it's like, before it was because of, because it was the height of its popularity. This time around, it was because nostalgia. So it's just like, either way, I don't think you're getting away from it.
Right. It's like, hey, you know what? I do not mind at all, really. It's like the fact that people like take the time to like appreciate like all the hard work that my buddy, like one of my old buddies of mine and myself, like put into making that huge ass cosplay within like exactly 1 week, mind you. It's like, yeah, it really does mean a lot. Even I do get stopped a lot. It's still really fun to get that kind of experience when you're at a convention,
Right.
And it's like you say like you made the comment about like dressing up as like a Funtime Foxy or something. It's like, I don't know. It's like I think I briefly mentioned this once before. It's like, if I have the ability to do so, I actually do want to go out of my way to make a Funtime Freddy cosplay.
Funtime Freddy would be cool, but Funtime Freddy is actually fucking scary. So it's like that one would be pretty cool. Although I would say if you decide to bring your Foxy cosplay again, get like a fedora and shades and go as MLG Foxy.
Get like some rolled up like white construction paper, like make it to the form of like joints or something.
Yeah, and it's like just start screaming like, you got knocked the fuck out, bitch! just go. It's like, okay, we banked on the popularity, we banked on the nostalgia. Now bank on the memes.
Oh,
then you go full circle.
But please don't do that in front of the kids.
No,
well, not in front of the kids, no.
Because that probably was my favorite part of you wearing the costume, was whenever the little tiny kids would come up wanting your picture. Like, that was always the most adorable thing for me.
Oh my God, yes. It's like, okay, yeah, first there were like all of those like elementary school kids like all dressed up as like all of the Five Nights at Freddy's characters, and then like their guardian was like dressed up as like the purple guy. It's like, oh yeah, that was adorable.
I remember that. That was cute.
Yeah, but what was even cuter was like, okay, I think it was what happened? There was this married couple, and they had like, I think it was like their 1-year-old or like their 2-year-old. They had this little girl on a leash, and she was like so freaking excited to see me, and she wanted to hug me so bad. I think she was trying to fight the leash, and it's like And what happened after that, it was like she kept getting closer, and as she did, I'm like, okay, if this is gonna happen, you know, I can't be standing up. So I ended up getting on both of my knees just so I could get on her level, just to give her the biggest hug. I'm just like, oh my god, this is the most adorable thing ever. Oh my god. God damn it. Speaking of running into other Five Nights at Freddy's cosplayers doing MomoCon 2015, BJ, don't you remember that one moment we were up on the elevator and when the doors open, we ran into a bunch of Five Nights at Freddy cosplayer chicks?
Maybe.
No, because it's like we were recording with my video camera at the time, and we were heading back up to our room, and then while we were up, the elevator stopped, the doors open, and we see like four cosplayer chicks, like all dressed up in like Five Nights at Freddy's like maid outfits, and the moment they see me looking at them, they were just squealing like crazy. It was like the funniest thing.
Yeah, I don't think I remember that.
Okay.
I know. Okay, when you said elevator, like the first thing that came to my mind was was when we were going up the elevator, and I just happened to catch a glimpse of the girl who was in the window who was undressing, and I realized her curtain was open.
Well, oh, wait, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
Now that I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
No.
Now, remember, I think it was 14. It was that first hotel we went to. Like, we were going up it was that elevator we were going up that was inside the building where we can see, like, all, like, where we can see all the windows, like, the balconies of all the rooms. Like, there was one, it just happened to me in my line of sight. Like, I was just looking out the window, and there was this girl undressing, and her curtain was open. So of course I see her bare chest, and like at that split moment, like she slams her curtain shut. Like I don't think she saw me specifically because she was so far away, but it was like, damn, I feel bad for her. Like,
yeah,
probably should have paid more attention, but like, wow, okay.
Wow, I'm surprised I did not see that back then. It's a good thing I
well,
did.
No,
I
think because I remember that I brought that up because like I remember we were on the elevator, and I just went, whoa, because it caught me off guard, like, and then I said that to all of you, like, while we were going up, because yeah, I think I was the only one that saw it, because I was the only one that happened to be looking in that direction.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Let's see. Jordan Carroll says, "Have you guys seen Frederick Knudson's Down the Rabbit Hole series? That's a fun video series. I like that."
Yeah, I unfortunately I have not heard of that series, so unfortunately I have not seen it.
It's good. Basically, this is a guy like he talks a lot about like think of like a lot of it has to do with like, you know, internet stuff, but it's like either stupid people or controversial shit that's going on and everything, but he does like a lot of research, and it's like documentary style and everything. It's really good. So I mean, it's like he's done some pretty cool stuff. Like, actually, one of the last video series that he did was about the Final Fantasy house, and that was so what the fuck and everything that I was just like, I was just like, oh my god, I gotta look into this now because this is just so batshit insane. And apparently the story continued long after, you know, that video and everything, where it was like, you know, because he was only talking about that specific incident, but the people that I guess were involved in that whole incident, if you guys have ever seen that video, if not, go watch his video about the Final Fantasy house. It's pretty fucked up. But apparently the women that were like pretty much responsible for that, they've really moved on to a different fandom. They moved on, I think, into a show called Hannibal. It's supposed to be like a TV show it's supposed to be, I guess, based around Hannibal Lecter or something. And, oh, it's continued and gotten even worse. And I found a channel that, you know, pretty much documented that fucking drama. I mean, it's like, oh my god. It's like, that is some fucked up, despicable shit and everything. And this shit's been going on for years. So it's like, oh my god. It's like you were really going down the rabbit hole with one. It was like, I just started watching this one video, and next thing I know, I'm finding all these other YouTube channels talking about continuing incidents. It's like, oh my god, what the hell did I stumble into?
Oh my god.
All right. We're pushing 10. We're pushing 10:30 here. My hand actually, I think, is just done. I got a good ways into Ultron Sigma. So I think I'll finish him come next time.
Yeah, it's like, god damn, it's like you're yeah, it looked like you're already. For a second, I thought you were on the verge of like actually finishing Ultron. Cause he's like, damn,
no, there's way too much shading I got to do on this dude because he is like he is made of metal. He has like shading and reflections and like fuck that right now. My hand says no. So
I guess like as far as like what else are you gonna plan to do with the thumbnail? Like, what are you gonna be doing like with us?
Well, like I'm gonna have the four of us dressed as the various superheroes surrounding him.
Okay, like, do you have, like, any idea, like, who's gonna be?
I know I'm gonna be Rocket, because of course. As for the rest of you, I don't know yet. Like, I may end up making Russell, like, Mega Man X. Because obvious. And then,
yeah, he does, like, his Mega Mans.
I guess you guys can decide who you guys want to be. Like, from that roster, anyway.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I am not particularly picky.
I could probably make you Thor, Danny. Like...
Okay, that'll work. I like me some Thor.
Yeah, I was gonna say Iron Man, but I think you've already done with enough armor as it is.
Please no.
I mean, as much as I love Iron Man, it's like I don't want to make.
Plus, we need to see your face, so it's like.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's like, are you sure you want Brandon be Man?
Well, yeah, Mega Man's easy.
Okay, yeah, because that's where I was like, wait a minute, that's metal parts too.
Well, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah. It doesn't look like it as a thing.
Yeah. It's like his armor is like it's not nearly as detailed as like Ultron or like Iron Man.
Like if I pull up a picture of Mega Man X, you'll see like it does not look that bad.
Yeah. Also, okay. All right. Also, hypothetically speaking, of course, if you did decide to draw me as Iron Man, who said you couldn't draw me like in the Iron Man suit, but with the mask like lifted up? Like how Tony Stark does it, when he's still wearing the suit.
Gotcha.
But it's like, oh. Yeah, I'll probably think about it. It's like if I have any particular... I mean, I don't think I have a particular preference, but like give me a moment to think about like the character.
You know what, actually, you should be a Capcom character, because if I'm Rocket and Danny's Thor, and then Russell's X, then you need to be another Capcom character to balance that out.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I'll look over the roster and I'll think about it.
Like, yeah, like, we can do that now real quick. Let me see, hold on. Marvel versus Capcom Infinite roster. Let's see, we got Strider Hiryu, Arthur, Frank West, Chris Redfield, Zero, Nemesis, Dante, Ryu, Spencer, Chun-Li, Morrigan.
Morrigan, Ryan.
Wait, hold on, that's one of those, damn, that's one, oh, here it is.
Oh, wait. Wait, you know what?
What?
You know what? Okay, no, here's a good idea. Like, just have me look like Dante.
Okay, I can do Dante. That wouldn't be hard, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
It should be Morrigan.
All right.
God damn.
All right. Well, I guess with that said, folks, we are going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you all so much for watching. So next time we stream, I will attempt to finish the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite thumbnail. So we will see you all then.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. You guys have a great night.